there, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Many Tribes, One Kingdom. It's your friend John, and today we are starting our series on the titles and names of Jesus. So, before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure you ring the bell notification so you can stay up to date with all of our latest content. Alright, so today's name is Immanuel. It's an interesting one. I really enjoy this one. You're going to hear me say that a lot, guys. I really enjoy a lot of these names. So, just a fair warning, you're probably going to be watching the series and be like, well, John says he enjoys a lot of these. Yes, he does. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So, we find the name Immanuel first shows up in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14. And I'll be reading from the New American Standard Bible, guys. Let me kind of set the stage for you here. So Isaiah is talking to King Ahaz, who was a very wicked king, and God basically told Isaiah to ask King Ahaz for a sign, or for King Ahaz to ask God for a sign. And Ahaz basically says, no, I won't do that. And so, here, I'll start with verse 10, and we'll just read the whole passage. So, it says, Then the Lord spoke again to Ahaz, saying, Ask a sign for yourself from the Lord your God. Make it deep as Sheol, or high as heaven. But Ahaz said, I will not ask, nor will I test the Lord. Then he said, Listen now, O house of David. Is it too slight a thing for you to try the patience of men, that you will try the patience of my God as well? Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, a virgin will be with child, and bear a son, and she will call his name Immanuel. So, Immanuel, what does it mean? Well, we can actually turn to the New Testament and see the fulfillment of this prophecy. Isaiah gives a lot of messianic prophecy, and so a lot of it we can read comes true. Okay. So it says here, let me get to the verse. So this is when Gabriel comes and he's talking to Mary. Or no, this is where Gabriel comes and... Or not, this is where Gabriel comes and he's talking to Joseph. And I'll start with Matthew chapter 1, verse 20, and I'll read through the passage. So it says, But when he had considered this, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream, saying, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary as your wife, for the child who has been conceived in her is of the Holy Spirit. She will bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins. Now all this took place to fulfill what was spoken by the Lord through the prophet. Behold, the virgin shall be with child, and shall bear a son, and they shall call his name Immanuel, which being translated means God with us. Okay, God with us. That is what Immanuel means. So, how does this apply to us? Well, when we read throughout a lot of history, a lot of names actually denote something of the deity. Or let me rephrase what I just said, guys. I am so sorry. They imply something about the deity. So you have many names. Again, going back to our Names of God series, when you see a name El, it's referring to God. So when it has the letters El in it. So for instance, Samuel, Elijah, Gabriel, Michael, these names, they imply something to do with God. And they usually mean something along the lines of, who is like God, God is my strength, servant of God, different names like that. Whereas Immanuel means God with us. So in this instance, it shows us that God himself comes down and takes on human form to dwell with us. Jesus wasn't just a good person, and he wasn't just a prophet or a preacher. Jesus was God himself come to dwell with us. And so that's what the name Immanuel means. And you'll hear it a lot, especially around Christmas. I don't know why it only gets brought up really around Christmas. I don't quite know, to tell you guys the truth. I've only heard it around Christmas. If you've heard it other times, that's great. But I've only heard it around Christmas time. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent again. But that's really all that there is to Immanuel. You know, God with us, it means God himself has come down to dwell with us as a man and to be with us. And it still applies today because God is still with us, guys. You know, we don't see the flesh body of Jesus anymore, but God himself is still with us. So whenever you think about the name Immanuel, or whenever you hear it, just remember that it reminds you that God is with us. All right, well, that's really all I have for you guys today. Stay tuned. This will be a series. I'm not going to be doing this one as much as Dustin did his. I'm going to be doing this one about every Tuesday. So stay tuned for more of them. They'll be, again, every Tuesday. They'll be up. So I hope you guys enjoy. Hope you'll subscribe. And see you guys later. God bless you.